So for assignment 2.8, we're going to start by creating a new Pro Tools session. So File, Create New. Again, make sure you deselect Create from Template. And this is going to be assignment 2.8 to dash your name. Jeez. There we go. And then you're going to do 44.1 kilohertz and 32-bit depth. We should be good. You hit create, save it where you're saving your sessions. So, I suggested having a Loras College folder, putting it under your class name, under assignments. That's great. This should pop through. Once this is here, you're going to create a new instrument track by hitting Command-Shift-N or going to track new. So Command-Shift and the letter N. And we need a stereo instrument track. And let's go ahead and create it. Then what we're going to do is you're going to need to download the assignment file. It's just specifically going to be this .mid. It's a MIDI file. You will drag and drop that MIDI file into the instrument track. It should look like this. You will double click to see the entire file. Double click on the zoomer to see the entire file. So you go 1, 2. What it'll do is it'll zoom so we can see this whole thing. And then you're going to select grid mode. Select the grabber and slide the MIDI to bar 2, beat 1. So we're going to select the grabber and then slide the beginning of the MIDI to bar 2, beat 1. It should say 2, 1, 0, 0, 0. From here, we're going to select the trimmer tool to adjust the starting point to actually be bar 3, beat 1. So the standard trim tool, you're going to go to get the standard trim tool, and we're actually going to trim this back till it starts at bar 3, beat 1. It should look like this so far. From here, we will select the selector tool and make a selection from bar 4, 1 to bar 4, beat 3. So in order to actually do that of the MIDI track and then press delete, we will have to go to the grid and change our resolution to quarter note. You'll select the selector tool. You're going to go from bar 4, 1 to bar 4, 3. And it should look like this. Start on 4, 1, end on 4, 3. Total length is 2 beats. From here, you will hit delete. That will delete that part of the MIDI. Select the scrubber tool in the next step and click and drag it along the MIDI clip in the tie line to hear the scrubbing. Now, the only thing about this that we didn't do, so scrubber is going to scrub along. That's great. But you're actually not going to hear anything because we haven't added a virtual instrument to the actual track, which is fine. We're going to switch the track view selector to notes on the MIDI track. So one thing we're going to do a little differently here is we're going to take this MIDI track and switch to notes. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow us the ability to, if we hold Control click and hit fit to window, it's going to allow us the ability to actually use the pencil tool to draw in our notes in the MIDI lane. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the pencil tool and we're going to start to add notes to our MIDI. And you can add them anywhere, just as long as you understand that you can draw them long, you can draw them short, you can maneuver them up, you can put them down. The whole goal of this is to teach you how the fact that these tools can essentially work and a few basic functions of them. At this point, you're going to hold Command plus Shift and 4. Take your snapshot of your MIDI and send it on up to the MLP. And that's it for this one.